Welcome to this edition of the Bost Watch Report for the 12th District. It is January 28th, 2026. We are standing up for Southern Illinois because truth matters. So Bost is in the headlines again, and it's not for the right reasons. The problem is he's taking credit for projects he actually didn't support while ignoring everyday struggles of working families. Let's set this record straight. Bost brags about funding for Chester Bridge replacement, projects in Flora, Oblong, Carbondale, roads, local development. But here's the truth. November 5, 2021, Bost voted against the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, IIJA, the very bill that made these projects possible. In other words, he voted against investment in Southern Illinois roads, bridges, and jobs. Now, January 2026, Congress votes on an omnibus spending plan that keeps existing IIJA funds in place. Bost votes yes. Now, he's taking credit for projects that were already approved and already funded under President Biden's infrastructure plan. These local improvements already funded through September of 2026, already approved before Bost claimed credit. It was brought to you by the national leadership that he opposed. He didn't bring the funding home. He just showed up for the ribbon cutting. How about those good-paying jobs he keeps talking about? When Bost says wages are up, he kind of leaves out the full story. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, construction entry-level jobs about $19 an hour, $30,000 a year. Manufacturing a little less, $17 an hour. And those jobs, they're expected to decline over the next decade. Can families survive reasonably on that without health care benefits, without job security? The thing is, Bost voted against health care subsidies that help families afford coverage through Get Covered Illinois. So with premiums going up around $1,000 or maybe more per month, Bost still voted no. His record tells the real story. 89% of his votes help the wealthy, 11% help the middle class. So who is Mike Bost really working for? Let's talk about some empty words, broken promises. Recently, Bost honored Holocaust victims and called to ensure such tragedies never happen again. Powerful words, hollow coming from a man who votes to fund ICE and CBP. These are agencies known for abusing civil and human rights. The silence is deafening. Bost had nothing to say about the recent deaths of Renee Good, Alex Pretty. Both of these individuals lost their lives at the hands of enforcement gone wrong. No condolences, no outrage, no accountability. How can he talk about never again when he's turning a blind eye to harm that's happening right here in the United States? We deserve better. Healthcare, jobs, basic safety. The people of Southern Illinois deserve leaders who tell the truth and fight for us, not just for those photo ops. Here's the bottom line. Mike Bost can keep boasting. We're going to keep fact-checking. We're going to keep watching. And most importantly, we're going to keep voting. So what can you do? Talk with your friends and neighbors about these issues. Share the newsletter. Repost it online. Check voter registration at nass.org. Can I vote? Show up and make your voice heard in the next election. Southern Illinois deserves honest representation, not political theater. So thanks so much for tuning into this report. Bost Watch Report is produced by Bost Watch Southern Illinois. We're a grassroots efforts committed to facts over politics, providing voters with accurate information about Mike Bost's statements, messaging, and overall record. You can receive these via email by sending a message to KYLake and the number 1 at live.com. That's KYLAKE 1 at live.com. Just add Bost Watch in the subject line. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.